Malky, full points at the weekend, but 7 changes from the Aberdeen game. What was the thinking behind that?
I think we're just in a position where we can use the squad. Competition levels are high during training, and I think it's important that we keep every player engaged and every player hungry. So yeah, I'm very fortunate that we've got the strength and depth in the squad. It's important to use it, Mark, because what I've learned in the past is that if you stick with the one team too long, you start getting injuries. You start putting load on players that don't need it, especially when you have such a good squad. So to use that spreads the load a wee bit, keeps the competition levels up, and as long as we're winning, then it's doing its job.
4 goals, but 2 of them from Kayla McCoy and 1 from Tess Middag. The 2 of them really becoming mainstays of the team. Really, I think both kind of started out a bit quiet, but they're really becoming mainstays of the team. Could you see what they've become before you signed them?
No, I don't think. I think we knew that their background. We know where Tesso's came from. I think what was really important to me was the type of person. So I knew the type of person that was coming in. Both of them are very mature in their approach to life. Kayla's just been married there just now as well. So at their stage in their life, they bring a lot of qualities to not just the football pitch, but the environment that's round about it, which is key.
In terms of other players, Megan Bell, obviously in the last couple of years hasn't had her problems to see, undergoing surgery for injuries and whatever. She's come on as a sub at the weekend. She must be champing at the bit to start every game every week. But in terms of where she's been, are the staff keeping a keen eye on her?
I think Megan's had to really dig deep in terms of motivating herself and getting through those injuries, which was really trying on her. But she's came through it. She's now fully fit and she's ready to play. And she's starting to find her form in training, and really bringing a strong competition and contribution to the training. So again, yeah, she's ready. She's ready to play, and she can play, as numerous positions. She can play wide. She can play centrally as well. What's pleasing about Megan is that the length that she had to go to mentally to get through this and give herself the confidence to get back to the player that we knew, or the potential that we saw. But she's now, for example, now we're looking at data now where she's running. Her high speed distances are up there. Her sprint distances are back to where they were before. So I think it was important that, and fair play to the sports science and the medical people here, that we have took our time with it, but we've done it really diligently, in a sense that, let's hope and touch wood that she now has a run for 18 months fully fit, as opposed to 18 months in and out being injured.
You also had Victoria Essendon goal. It's a competition between her and Jenna Fife starting to approach Griggsy John McLaughlin's stakes yet, or was that more for a injury or tactical?
I think they both get different qualities, and we'll definitely use their qualities when it comes to playing against opposition. I think Jenna's now really, really excelled in terms of her confidence now, and that's partly due to the fact that we brought in such a good goalkeeper in Vic Essen, who's a number 1 New Zealand goalkeeper. So I think at Rangers Football Club, the girls and or anybody who's at Rangers Football Club, they need to understand that it's a massive club, it's a big club. You're not going to always be a guaranteed first choice, and you're there to play for your position and try and hold your position. But you also have to be accepting that the manager or the coach, whoever that may be, and in this case myself, I will change it, and I'll change it for the right reasons, and it'll be for Rangers Football Club and the good of the team. And it's a strength that I think the girls are getting to understand now, that they've got to work for each other. They've got to understand that it's for the club, it's for the fans, and that's what they're paid to do.
And obviously this weekend you're facing Hibs. I thought that the League Cup final victory over Hibs was a fine game. Probably Rangers deserved a few more few more goals out of it, but it certainly wasn't a pushover. It was a great game of football to watch. How do you handle going in after the kind of cut and thrust of a cup game and a victory like that, and kind of bringing the players back down to the earth and saying, you've still got to respect this team, we know what they can do, it's not going to be a pushover, doesn't matter what we're doing elsewhere in the league, you know, we can't just concentrate on the big games against City and Celtic, we've got to take care of business with Hibs so that we don't have a wee slip up like we had against Hearts.
Yeah, well, I think there's two things to it, Mark, and we've been speaking about it. Was what, first and foremost, was the victory, the feeling, the feeling that we had of euphoria, and you know that absolute, wow, we've just achieved the thing and made history. How did that feel? And it was a great feeling, and we want to try and bring that feeling back. In order to bring that feeling back, then you have to approach it in the same manner as we did going into the cup final, with total respect for Hibs. And the second thing that'll come out of this will be that Hibs will want to beat us, because they'll not want to go again with Rangers dominating them. So we need to be ready, and the girls know that. The girls know that this will be a real tough game, but this will be another game that I'm saying to the girls that they've got to approach in the exact same manner, with the exact same levels of confidence and trust in each other, and working for each other. So we're really aware that, you know, that Hibs will be up for this game.